Okay, well, I was going to let the, okay, I guess there's no audio for the introduction or the tutorial. I was gonna wait for it to, like, do its thing, but I don't have to. I can just start yapping right away. And yap I will. So, I did mention it in my live stream the other day that there was a pretty big Microsoft Store sale. One of the products was a product I was thinking about getting, Birmingham to Crewe. Now, I was on the fence about getting it at first because there were a lot of bugs, but from what I heard, most of them have been patched. So I think it's a good time to kind of check it out now. I've decided... Ooh, look at that. The ETP. It's kind of a shame those things were never really worked out. They kind of failed. They look cool, but I guess if it wasn't for that, we might not have gotten the HSTs, Class 43s. So anyways, as I was saying, this was on sale, which rarely happens. So I bought it, and we're gonna play it. I decided not to do a live stream, to just do a regular video, because I don't know why, I just kind of tend to do that with older DLCs. A couple things over here to collect. Oh, we got like one of everything. Now, I'm not sure if there are any mods that add logos to the Class 350, but I don't have any installed. I did find them for the Great Western Remaster for First Great Western, so next time I make a video on that, there will be logos on it. Part of me was also considering skipping this route instead, just... I know they're making a route between Milton Keynes and Crewe, and part of me was thinking about skipping this route and buying that, but that route does skip Birmingham, so it would be nice to have it here. Also, Class A05 and the new timetable pushed me over the edge too. Ooh, look at that, we have a Class 87. Did they still... I thought the only Class 87s and around nowadays, or at least the only operating ones, were in British Rail Blue. I mean, this one is, this timetable is 2019, so maybe they had them in the Interstate livery in 2019. Yeah, it is nice that they added the, like, the different liveries for the Class 350 and, like, all the different variants. I don't know why. Only 240 miles to Glasgow. Yeah, you can see, like, just how many lines go into Crewe. I mean, this was, like, a major depot back in the day for British Rail, and, I mean, it's still a pretty big depot, but used to be a lot bigger. So I decided to do things a little bit differently this time. Normally, whenever I'm doing a route for the first time, I like to jump straight into scenarios after I do the introduction to tutorial. But since the main focus was sort of the timetables, I decided instead I'm gonna do just timetables. One route, stopping service with the class 350. Why won't these doors unlock? Okay, it's weird. Oh, it's probably because I don't have the reverser in. That would explain it. There we go. So anyways, as I was saying, I decided to change up a little bit and do the timetables instead, because so that was basically the reason I bought this route, was for the timetables. So I'm doing one run with the class 350. So I'm not sure if it's gonna be an all-stop service, at least like some stops, like major stops. And then I'm going, and this is on 2019 timetable. So after that, I'm gonna be doing one on 2025 timetable with the class 805. Since the 805 is very similar to the 802 and the 801, I don't think I'm gonna need a tutorial at all. Can just jump straight into it. I do like how the destination boards are different. That's a nice little touch. And I decided to do the older livery too. Class 350.1. I think it looks better than the newer one, to be honest. I do like the color of the green. Like, that dark forest green does look really cool, but other than that, it looks kind of bland. Although not having the logos does have an impact. Just adding some logos really makes a difference, or removing them in this case makes a difference. It is cool, like, the station still does look like very retro. Like, you'd think this route would be older, like set in like the 80s or something, if it wasn't for the fact that there are like modern trains and amenities and whatnot. So really cool. Definitely gives it some character. Oop, look at that. We got our train has developed a fault.
Western Railway service to Birmingham New Street.
All right, which door is it gonna be?
Cambridge, Wolverhampton, Crewe.
I could just use the camera, but nope, I'm actually gonna get out of my seat. Ah, it's this one right here.
Please familiarize yourself with the safety notices.
Plus, we can hear the announcements too. Admire the interior of the train. Bit of a lag spike there. All right, these passengers have places to be. Let's take them to those places.
On 61016. We'll sort it.
Save the game.
See it?
Yeah.
Say it. Sorted.
So yeah, this is probably gonna be like a limited stopping service because the next station is 24 miles away. So it is a big route. That is nice. Although I am really excited for Crewe to Milton Keynes because it's gonna be even longer. It's gonna be one of the longest in the game. I love how they're adding all these segments of the West Coast Main Line. Like with all the ones on the road map, once those all release, you'll have the entire thing except for Carlisle to Glasgow. Although the only thing is they are different time periods. Which, kind of like what I was saying in my live stream before, I do wish it would be nice if, like, they released, like, different eras of... Well, I'm surprised it didn't make me slow down over that junction. That's probably a glitch. Or not, I don't know. But point being, it would be cool if they had, like, modern eras of, like, the older routes, so it all lined up, and using route hopping, you can do one giant run from London to Carlisle. It will be possible eventually, just with different eras. Kind of like, I know with, Trains with a Z, they have the entire East Coast main line set in the 70s. Would have been nice if they had a modern day version too. It is cool, it's like centered around the Deltics and whatnot, but it's really impressive you get the entire thing. And I think it has a branch line too. One of the branch lines. Yeah, it's like a 5-hour run, and I really like those. I mean, obviously I'm not gonna do them in one sitting, but I just like. I mean, the nice thing about with trains is it's a save game feature. You can have multiple save games at once, and they don't seem to break as often as Train Sim World. So I guess in Train Sim World, it's nice to have them broken up so you don't have to worry about that. Ideally, they could just fix the broken save games and also add more save game slots. But with trains, you have an unlimited amount of save game slots, and they just don't seem to cause that issue. So obviously you're not going to do the entire thing in 5 hours, but if I wanted, I could go play a different route too. So got a little bit of freedom there. Alright, pretty quiet so far. Even though I've driven the class 350, I guess since it's a different variant, I got a different score. I don't know why. Hopefully it gets a little busier. I mean, Crewe seemed pretty busy. They had like East Midlands and Northern Railway services too, so a bunch of different railroads there. But I'm pretty sure these timetables are supposed to be really busy. Even if there aren't too many playable services, there are a lot of non-playable services too. So far, not very busy. Chose a 9 o'clock service. I didn't want it to be too early in the day where I wanted it to be daytime. It would have been a little too dark. But there's one train. But I think there weren't too many at least for this train in particular, like the 350-1, there weren't too many going the full length of the route, so my options were a little bit limited. Kind of bendy too. And I think I know I have all the passenger layers, but I don't I think there are probably some cargo line layers I don't have, so some freight services I don't have, but I know I have all the passenger layers. I did also get the Class 170 pack from the sale. That was another thing I bought. And, I mean, the reason why, well, I know there is a mod that adds a timetable to Birmingham Cross City with reskinned Class 170s, like the ScotRail Class 170 reskinned. But the reason why I bought that is because I knew like those two Class 170s would eventually layer onto other routes that there might not be like modded timetables for. And this route is one of those. Now, I know the Class 805 also has services on London to Milton Keynes. As of, I don't plan on including those in this video. I was kind of hoping I have it focused on this new route. So, not new to me route. I mean, it's still new, is TSW 6 route, but still, it's been out for a couple months now. But it's new to me. The rail driver mapping on this train is a little annoying. There's, like, I don't have to put it into the dynamic brake slot in order for it to start braking. So I kind of have to get in a tiny little spot where the throttle will turn off. Really wish this game had better rail driver support. I mean, it's nice. It's definitely better than nothing. With the rail driver program. Without it, then it's really not better than nothing. It's very just annoying to use. Like, the levers will like kind of jiggle a lot, and the mapping is kind of a nightmare. But yeah, like if you go on the forums and you type TS World Rail Driver Program, there's this really good one that improves it by a lot. And there are mods too that like add or improve rail driver support to trains that either have really bad support or don't have it at all. Like, for example, the pack of Class 170s don't come with it, so it's nice to have that mod. And as I discovered in the last video, a couple of the trains with the Great Western Remaster, the Heathrow Connect Class 350 doesn't have it, and off screen I discovered that the D-Stock doesn't have it either. I haven't seen mods that add those yet. I'm assuming well, I know with like the D-Stock, the only services are like 5-minute runs, so I'm not sure if anyone would bother. It shouldn't be that hard, since I assume it would be available for just a regular Class 484, but the Class 360 services, quote-unquote, since it's really Class 350s, I know they... Why am I drawing a blank? My brain is short-circuiting. They have slightly longer runs. They can go up to like 20 minutes, and since they're frequent stops, they're definitely a lot more fun to play than the London Underground services on that route. So I'd imagine like someone would make a mod that adds them. I don't know why my brain is running so slow today. Like, I can't think how to word things. My brain isn't meant for talking this much, although I am way better when I'm recording a video. I mean, just kinda, you know, I'm a bit of a scatterbrain. I can just let all my thoughts out whenever, so even if I'm not much of a talker, there's always things going on inside my head. It's, I don't know if I have ADHD or not, but I definitely have a lot of the symptoms, so my brain is like just kinda all over the place. I know I do have autism. I mean, big surprise, look at me playing train simulators, so maybe that has to do with it? I don't know. Or, I don't know, my brain is just wired that way for some reason. I'm just built different. This is class 390. It's definitely a lot more quiet than I expected. Maybe I should, on the 2025 timetable, I should do a run around the same time. Not the exact same run, but around 9:30 and see how it compares. Or would I be in for disappointing myself? I don't know. There are also way less stations than I was expecting. Like, there weren't any for that entire stretch. So maybe this is an all-stop service. I didn't really look at a route map before I did it. I just kind of jumped into it blindly. I mean, that's kind of what I always do. Kind of the whole point of this is to have first impressions. I think it makes for a lot more of an entertaining video when I jump into it blindly. I'm like, ooh, look at that, look at that. Instead of like, yeah, I watched all the preview streams, I know everything. I mean, a lot of times I do watch review videos just to know, like, is this worth wasting my money on? But even then, the reviews, they don't really, like, show enough gameplay to get an idea of what the route is like. They just kind of say it. I don't mean that in a bad way, I mean it in a good way, because it still allows you to go into it blindly, but not too blindly. Huh, there's just a section of track missing there. More section of track. Or are they in the process of widening it here? Very curvy, but not too many hills. Just kind of hoping there'd be some more hills, and overall it doesn't feel that busy. So, I mean, I've said a million times I really like busy main lines, but I can't really call a busy main line, can I? Maybe I just picked a bad time of day. I mean, I would figure 9. I mean, it's after rush hour, but still, I mean, you know, some people have different shifts. I mean, there's no real definitive time for when rush hour could be. Like, I'd say once you're getting to like 10 or 11, like, yeah, it's over by then. Like, the peak definitely seems to be around like 6 to 8. So 9 could be a good time. I mean, if you have like really busy regions too, I mean, this region isn't really a good example, but like if you're down in London or something, there isn't really a rush hour. It's just kind of all day. Alright, we're coming up to our first stop, Stafford. I do like how they include like pretty much every variant of the Class 350. I gotta give All Aboard Studios credit for that. I don't think any of the other developers do that, like add pretty much every single variant. Similar variants, at least. I'm not sure. Excuse me, I'm not sure exactly
We are now
how
approaching
much each
Stafford.
variant
Please mind the
differs
gap
from
when
each
leaving the
other,
train, and step onto the platform before
but
removing
still,
heavy
it's
luggage
nice.
and pushchairs.
Yeah, maybe this is gonna be an all-stop service and there just aren't that many stops.
This is Stafford. Welcome aboard.
Alright, first stop. We have some time to kill. I guess I can see what we got for collectibles. Was that stupid thing gonna beep? I'll probably just end up cutting this part of the video. But it doesn't go off when I'm inside. Why does it go off when I'm outside? And why does it have to beep when I'm at a stop? Whew. Yeah, no, that's too annoying. Control 0. Back to the cab. We'll just admire it from the free cam. I mean, I can put up with it normally. I'm just afraid on video you guys would, like, be freaking out.
One will be the 0943 Avanti
yeah.
West Coast service.
There's one right there. Can't get it. I'm in free cam.
Stafford
Do these still
and
work?
London
Oh, they do
Euston.
still work.
Platform 1 for the 0943 Avanti West Coast service to London Euston.
Do love those station announcements. And there it is right now. There's, is that a poster, I think? So I guess there are 5 different collectibles on here, not 4. Oh, another stuck door. Alright, well, I am running early somehow, so let's see which one it is. And I'll see on the inside so I don't have to hear that awful beeping sound that shouldn't be beeping. Maybe it does beep even if I'm at a stop. Here it is.
We'll be calling at Pinkridge,
Platform
Wolverhampton, Cosley.
Or a big lag spike.
Please familiarize yourself with the safety notices displayed throughout the train.
Alright, next stop, Pinkridge. Save the game. It's this yard, like, huh, that's weird the way it sorta links up. I think Wolverhampton might be where it diverges with, I think it's called the Trent Valley Main Line, where Milton Keynes to Crewe will be. And they'll share the rest of the line to Crewe. It is nice they gave us, it goes, I mean, you could have easily just stopped it at Wolverhampton since that's where the two lines converge, and we already have the rest of the track to Crewe, but it's nice they're including it in that route too. One problem with this train and AR trains with those big doors in the front is you don't get too good of a view, outside view. I mean, you can see fine enough, but still, it's definitely better on trains without them. We'll get a better view with the Class A05 when we drive that later. So the maximum speed is 110 miles an hour. Is it gonna let me go 110, or is it gonna limit me to 100 like it was earlier? I don't know if the speed limit was 110 or if it is a bit curvy, so it probably was 100. Yeah, I can actually go 110. Sweet. Full speed. Snow drops down to 2 tracks here, so it's like changing quite a bit. It's pretty cool. Keeps you on your toes. So I bet this section might be, I bet this section is quite a bit of a bottleneck. Yeah, the more I'm driving this route, the more I'm thinking it really is just an all-stop service with not that many stops. It's starting to get cloudy. I think dynamic weather was first added in TSW 3, I want to say. I feel like in the older games it was way more dramatic and not as much in the newer ones. Like I remember I had that really big live stream for my channel's 5th year anniversary, I think it was, where I did a full shift on Boston Sprinter, and like on the first service, like a half hour in, it became cloudy, and oh, I'm supposed to stop here. I got distracted. And it's snowing too, not even raining, so there goes my grip. Uh-oh. Crap.
London Northwestern Railway
Oops.
service to Birmingham.
Oh, it's a West Midlands Railway
Service
Station.
to Birmingham New Street. The next stop will be Wolverhampton.
I know it says objective failure, but
Welcome aboard this London Northwestern Railway
feel
service to
bad.
Birmingham New Street.
So balance out the timetable. I'm just gonna reverse and pretend the passengers will get off. Anyways, back to what I was saying. The problem was, like, with the dynamic weather, it changed really quickly, but, like, it didn't change after its first change. Like, it went to cloudy and it stayed cloudy for the rest of the stream. Except for that one time I think like, the game was crashing or something. Alright, I don't think this is the entire platform. Yeah, I don't know why a section's kind of fenced off a little, but close enough. They can get to the back. At least I can pretend I was a good vigilant train driver. Alright, so we got a little bit of snow. Forgot it is the winter. Okay, is it gonna be the same door? I think that was a different door. I don't know why they keep getting stuck, though. But yeah, missing that stop is definitely gonna tank my score. Why isn't the reverser moving? There we go. Alright, since it's snowing, I gotta be a little bit more gentle with the throttle. Does it have a wheel slip indicator? I don't know, but it does have sanding. Let's just max throttle and see what happens. Alright, somehow it still has grip. Doesn't have a wheel slip indicator, but the speedometer is acting normal. Alright, where are wiper settings? We'll set that to slow. Yeah, that station really snuck up on you. I mean, the other one, it was like a really big station. That one was just kind of out of nowhere. Not saying that's an excuse. I mean, it's my first time on the route, so a bit of an excuse. But still, I should have been paying attention. I had the marker right there telling me how far away I was. The snow is starting to build up around the tracks. I do like how they make it so snow builds up now. Like, over here, it's like starting to really cover the tracks. It wasn't like that before. I think that was also a TSW3 feature. I like the way it kicks up around the train, too. Definitely looks way better. So if that was a West Midlands railway station, I wonder where the trains terminate at. Probably Stafford. I'd assume it's kind of hard to tell. Alright, 35 miles. We're increasing points on the train that I've already driven. It's acting like I've never touched this thing before. Looks like our destination doesn't quite fit onto the exterior thing. I'm not sure if it's supposed to scroll or not. I'm gonna save the game again real quick. Alright, start preparing to slow down. We'll brake a little early because of the snow. Ooh, there's a Voyager. Yeah, that was definitely the wheel slip indicator going off. Look at that, is a sharp corner right there. It's a really weird interchange. I feel like definitely, yeah, it definitely tends to lag at some spots. That could be worked on a little bit. Trying to see like where that real sharp corner is. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. Wonder what speed limit around that is. Probably like 10 miles an hour. I mean, you can probably drive it. Alright, I'm making good time. Not for good reasons, but I am making good time. Yeah, very sharp corner here.
We are now approaching Wolverhampton. Please mind
Gotta
the
slow
gap
down
between
to
the
15.
train and step onto the platform before removing heavy luggage and pushchairs.
This is just me, or is the snow slowing down a little bit? I can't really tell. Wonder if I can get away with putting it back on interval mode. Yeah, I definitely can. At least for now. I wonder if I'll get another stuck door. And there's class 170. Even with my little oopsie, I'm still actually running on time. I'm on time. For this, I consider on time since I'm within the minute. You know, if I was in like Japan or something, that would be, you know, a couple seconds. I would be terribly late. But you know, we're in the UK, so we can get away with a little tolerance.
Platform 4 for the 0959.
Yep, I called
Service
it.
2, Birmingham New Street. The next
Alright,
stop
which
will
one's the
be
culprit
Crewe.
this time? Should I just, like, use the guard panel and just, like, start from the back and make sure? Nah. I'm gonna take my chances. I actually got quite a while, too. But I'm stuck within the door. Which button or which safety system controls that alarm? So it's probably vigilance. There we go. So if I just turn that off, then I can go and explore. Problem solved. I'll just try to remember to turn it back on when I get going again. Alright, let's see what this station is like.
The next train to arrive at platform 3 will be the 10:06.
Wait a minute, I can
London
open this?
Northwestern Railway service to London Euston.
I have no
Calling
idea
at
what that is, but
Wolverhampton,
that is really
Smethwick,
cool.
Galton Bridge,
This
Birmingham
probably has
Street,
some kind of
Marston,
interactivity within a
Birmingham
scenario or
International,
something.
Stafford, Wolverhampton.
Right, you can't go inside of
Smethwick,
here
Galton
at all.
Bridge, Birmingham New Street, Marston Green.
Looks
and
well
London
modeled,
Euston.
so I don't know why.
Platform 3 for the 10. London Northwestern Railway
We got a working elevator, though.
Doors closing. Footbridge. Doors opening. Lift going.
There we go. Look at that. That was a pretty cool looking footbridge. No, I do not want to give up control. Looks like we got some newspapers over here. I'll run down the bridge, the stairs, the things you walk down instead of taking the elevator like a lazy person I am. And all right, so 9:30.
Platform 3 for
All right, I think now's a good time to control Zero back to my seat. Okay, that was a little weird. Reactivate vigilance. Oh wow, door didn't get stuck this time. That was shocking.
Welcome aboard this London Northwestern Railway service to Birmingham New Street. We'll be calling at Coseley and Birmingham New Street. Please familiarise yourself with the safety notices displayed throughout the train.
If you see something that doesn't look right, speak to staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it? Say it. Sorted.
Very sharp corners. I think now's a pretty good time for a photo. There we go. I think that will do. Perhaps a thumbnail screenshot or one half of a thumbnail screenshot. Oh, I like how they had people walking on the sidewalk there. That's a really nice touch. Alright. Full throttle it. Hopefully without wheel slip. So only 2 stops left. Cosley and Birmingham New Street. And yeah, it looks like oh, alright, so there are a couple stops here. So it wasn't quite an all-stop service, but almost an all-stop service. Basically all stop except for ones close to Birmingham. I assume those ones are probably served by West Midlands or something. Or maybe they're Class 350s that serve them. I don't know. Plot twist, it's actually a Class 390 that does an all-stop service. That would be funny. Alright, I'm gonna stop a little early because of the snow. And I actually did remember to stop for a station this time. As long as I don't overshoot the platform.
We are now approaching Cosley. Please mind the gap when leaving the train.
I wonder
And step onto
with the Class
platform
805.
before removing heavy luggage
I know it's a
and pushchairs.
I know it's a dual mode, so I wonder, I don't know what routes it runs on where it has to go into diesel mode. But I wonder if we'll get any of them where we can drive in diesel mode. Because I know with Milton Keynes to Crewe, we're also getting the Class 807, which is the electric only variant. So we'll have both versions of the Hitachi IET Avanti West Coast trains. Alright, bit of a small station. With all those other stations up ahead we're skipping, I'm kind of surprised we're serving this one.
This is Cosley.
Must be
Welcome aboard.
a lot more populated or something. All these people are just... Oh, now you decide to go into the station just as soon as I open my doors, huh? Is that how it's gonna be? Is that how you want? Yeah, it looks pretty busy here. Okay, they're just like walking through the door and then the door that goes nowhere. What is that? Like, what? They're just like walk through the door that doesn't lead to anywhere and just disappeared. Yeah, I think the passenger programming is a little broken at this station. Just a little bit. Yeah, and once again, we have some time to kill, so let's see what there is to find. Yeah, those passengers aren't doing anything. They did not do the programming for this station correctly. At least you can go inside here. Put some newspapers in. Alright, illegally walk across the tracks real quick. What do we got on the other side? Anything? Defibrillator, poster. There's probably some more stuff up there, but I don't have enough time to look up there, so instead of teleporting back to the seat, I'm just gonna walk there normally. Here's an Air Voyager. Alright, here's the question. Am I gonna get a stuck door? Wow, I didn't. Alright. Alright, 10 miles in 10 minutes, roughly.
Welcome aboard this London North Western Railway service to Birmingham New Street. We'll be calling at Birmingham New Street only. Please familiarise yourself with the safety notices displayed throughout the train.
I think
If
the
you see
snow's
something
starting
that
to
doesn't
kick
look
up.
right, speak to staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it? Say it. Sorted.
Speaking of British Transport Police, I was originally considering driving the that train, the one with the police stickers, but it only did a handful of services, and none of them went the full length of the route. So I chose this one instead. Why aren't you slowing down? There we go. Yeah, and here comes all the stations we're gonna bypass. Tracks are a little bit bumpy here. Hopefully it'll get a little bit busier within Birmingham. Now I know the class 323s are retired by now, so I wonder for a 2025 timetable if they're still using them or not. I forget what year they were retired. I think it was maybe like a year or two ago. There's another 170. Ah, so that's Soho Depot. I know that was left out in Birmingham Cross City. So it's really not that far away from Birmingham New Street. Sure you can speed up now. I wonder what services stop here. I don't know if the Class 323s serve this part of the network. I mean, they probably do. Should probably honk my horn while I'm going through stations. I'm not sure if that's like the protocol for how I do it in Britain, but it feels right. Feels right. Alright, so come up on the depot right there. There's probably a class 323 in there. There it is. Yep, that's one there. Yeah, I don't know why they left it at Birmingham Cross City. And I don't think there are any stations between it. So, it's not that long of a distance. So, I don't understand why. Would be too complex to get over. I mean, they gotta do it in real life somehow, but no, you can definitely get from the furthest track to the left over to it. I don't know if, like, in real life, would they have to, like, back out or something, but even then, like, why wouldn't you just simulate that in game? So, I don't know why. I mean, I guess, to be fair, I rarely do depot moves, so I assume maybe a lot of players just don't do them that enough to warrant adding, like, all that track. But even then, I mean, most of it, the reason why I don't usually do them is because most of it, it's, like, really slow and, like, the depot's really close. And plus, it would be, like, a different section of track from the rest of the route. It would be a little bit more unique, so I feel like that would be an exception. Oh, I have to slow down. That would be an exception where I feel like I'd see myself playing depot moves more often. I can shut off the wipers. I'm in a tunnel. It's just gonna make that noise.
We are now approaching Birmingham New Street. Please mind the gap when leaving the train and step onto the platform before removing heavy luggage and pushchairs.
Here we are, finally at Birmingham. Oh, Voyager. Oh, a steam locomotive, too. That's unexpected. Doing a rail tour. We got class 45. Not class, well, yeah, I guess class 45. What is it? The 6P, the Jubilees. Was drawing a blank. Yeah, this is right there. No class 323s, are there? There's class 172, 170, just kind of sitting in the middle. Let's see, 323s, that's interesting. Oh, wait. Is that? No, it's no 170. Huh. Well, we finally made it. Alright, well, that's a service complete. Time to move on to class 805. So we're actually read a cue video start. Alright, it is class 805 time. Now, I noticed something about this train, and it's the fact that not very many services go to Birmingham. They mostly bypass at Wolverhampton. So, I don't know, there are only like 2 or 3 that actually went, and most of them were at night. This is the only one that's kind of at a reasonable time where you can see what's going on. But regardless, we will drive it anyways. It was also way longer than I thought it was going to be. I thought it would have been maybe like 30, 40 minutes, maybe closer to like 40 minutes, but no, it's actually gonna be like almost an hour, so a lot longer than I was originally anticipating. Now, I know one thing, now, admittedly, I did take a look off camera. Yeah, I know I went against everything I said before about first impressions, but I did look off camera at the, at this whole kitchen area, and just the detail on it is so much better, like, than what we're used to. So they definitely did a great job with that. They even have, like, all the different food allergies, too. Just really cool job. So you even got like a, so. Yeah, I don't think passengers normally go through this door, so yeah, but that's what it's like. Very cool. Anyways, let's get to sing Ray a roll. so can't really control the headlights very well with the
Welcome aboard this Avanti West Coast
the rail
service
driver.
to Birmingham New Street. We'll be calling at Wolverhampton and Birmingham New Street.
Let's see. Let's get the heat going.
Please familiarise yourself with the safety notices displayed throughout the train.
Full heat.
If you see something that doesn't look right, speak to staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it? Say it. Sorted.
Why aren't you moving? Oh, the pantograph isn't up. That's why. That kind of explains a lot. I don't know why it's not up. Alright. Take 2. Did not give the train enough time to boot up. Maybe I should have done the tutorial. Maybe skipping it was a bit of a mistake. There we go. The horn sounds the same. The sounds sound pretty similar. Although from what I've heard, they're supposed to be really accurate, so I guess they were good as is. I also did some off-screen research. And it turns out these units go on to the North Wales coastline, which is unelectrified. Now, as for the Class 807s, they're fully electric Avanti West Coast cousins. I don't really know. Or I think they run on, well, I know they only run on the West Coast main line, and I think somewhere else, like somewhere near like the Blackpool branches or something. But point being, they I'm not sure like what's, I think they mostly replace, I think they were replacing some variants of the Voyagers, both. Well, I know the A05s were supposed to because they were running diesel all the way, but I'm not sure about the fully electric ones. It's out of they're replacing the Class 390s anytime soon. Plus, there's no tilting on them. Now, I don't know if there'll be any Voyagers on 2025 timetable. I kind of forgot. I think since we have the Class 220, we'll still be running. But I kind of forget, to be honest. Definitely accelerates a lot quicker than the Class 350. I wonder if the Class 807s have, like a small diesel engine like the Class 801s for getting to sidings and whatnot. I have no idea. I'm not sure how many unelectrified sidings the West Coast Main Line has. Because if the Class 807 did have the backup engine, then I feel like they're just... but the sidings were electrified. It was just kind of handmade. I do think the Avanti West Coast livery fits the Tachi IETs quite well. Although it is a little weird that the noses are painted yellow with the 390s. Alright, so our only stop is Wolverhampton, so I don't know why it's taking, like, almost just as long to get there. I mean, I guess we do get up to top speed with the Class 350s for a lot of the run. I don't know why that bridge layout, like I thought the tracks, are those tracks? Yeah, I thought they were floating for a second, but just the way it was, like it wasn't really flush with the hills around it. I probably did a terrible job explaining that. No speed supervision, control speed to PS and MU speed profiles only. I'm really surprised there aren't more trains on the West Coast Main Line that stop at Birmingham. I'm pretty sure it's the second most populated city in England, so, like, I just find it shocking that so many trains actually bypass it entirely. My guess would be that, like, just a lot of the tracks and, like, it's either too curvy or probably also too busy, too. Like, it's just a bottleneck. It's at capacity. I also bet the HS2 project probably is kind of, like, meant to be a replacement, sort of. I'm pretty sure I heard that, like, it wasn't going all the way to Scotland, like they were cutting it back to just Birmingham once they reversed that decision. I guess I'll have to look it up now because, I mean, I'm not sure how many people are at this part of the video. If you are, I congratulate you very much. I am very thankful for you. If you're not, I mean, it's not like you're gonna hear me anyways, but no hard feelings. So, point being, I still feel like I shouldn't be spreading misinformation, so... Yeah, just reading while I drive. What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, it seems like it's only between London and Birmingham, so... Assuming, like, it is able to be built, I guess kind of the whole purpose of that is to take traffic off the West Coast main line, and that'll sort of serve as the connector between London and Birmingham. If you're going from Scotland to Birmingham, maybe they'll have services dedicated for that. It really seems like HS2 is like the UK equivalent of California high-speed rail. Like, just really ambitious high-speed rail projects that should be built, can be built, but just keep getting cut back. Wonder if I slowed down a little too early for that 105-mile-an-hour speed. I mean, there is a red signal coming up. So I guess this is true rush hour right here, so probably gonna be quite a bit of traffic. Let's see. Yeah, what we got? Looks like it might be a class 390 in front of us, so I don't know why they're going so slow. Also, I just realized we're running on the leftmost track, which is the same track we were running on when we were... Was it the same track we were running on with the class 350? Honestly, I forget at this point. No, wait, no, never mind, I lied. I think we were at this segment, but at first we were closer to the right. I forget exactly, to be honest. It's very quiet from the cab, unfortunately. Alright, looks like there's a station coming up, so maybe we'll be able to bypass them. Or not. I guess not. Wait and see. I wonder why on that label they labeled it as slip/slide. Like, oh wait, I was totally about to run that red signal. Wow, that I was screwed right there. That, I mean, I still threw into emergency, but still that signalman saved my ass. Anyways, as I was saying, I don't know why this, why is it like there's a slash between slip and slide? Like, don't they mean the same thing? Alright, we're back at it. I've made the decision. I mean, I've probably made the decision. I'm speaking for now, not post-editing me, but I will probably just cut the entire segment out where I was struggling to get the train back up and running again after almost running a red signal. So now we are probably going to be running a little late, so gotta make up some time to the best of our abilities. Still gotta drive safely. I don't know why we're going so slow through here. I mean, we do have a red signal, but there's a 25-mile-an-hour speed limit up ahead. And the signal isn't gonna change. It's probably gonna also factor into why this timetable is taking so long to complete. But there we go. Full speed ahead, aside from the speed decrease. I'm hoping that was... Oh no, I was kind of hoping. I probably missed a slot or something. Like another train beat me to it or whatever, because I was hoping it would have been like that before and I wouldn't have lost much time. But no, I have to be at Wolverhampton soon, so I definitely lost some time. A lot of time, as a matter of fact. So we have to cross over all these tracks. Even though there are these bypass tracks here, we still have to go through there slowly. Alright. Full speed ahead. Try and make up as much lost time as we can without driving too recklessly. There's a Voyager, so yeah, that does answer my question from before. There still are, I forget what particular class this one is. Yeah, 220. That's what I thought. Where's the sun pointing? Got a bit of a sunrise. Get a good screenshot. There we go. Temporary isolation fault. I don't know what that is. I mean, it's not one of the built-in train faults because it would have told me. At least I'm not getting a million stuck doors this time. Ah, sweet. We're gonna be able to get up to full speed on this section. Why do they have, like... It's like such a weird way of doing wiper speeds. Like, very random numbers. I'm not sure if they really correspond or mean anything. Like, you got 5, 10, 25, 40, 60. Like, what does that mean? It's just like, you know, you can easily set to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, not all those numbers. So they probably mean something related to the speed, or I don't know. Interior-wise, it seems to be pretty much identical, or cab-wise, it seems to be pretty much identical to all the other Hitachi IETs. Although the interior, the passenger interior is definitely different. I do remember the, there's a timetable mod for West Coast Main Line South, London to Milton Keynes, that adds it's a 2025 timetable, and they took the Class 801 and reskinned it to a Class 805. It was before they added the Class 802, or the Class 805 for that matter, and it was a pretty good mod. Like, they did redo the interior and whatnot, but the DLC is definitely better because even though they did reskin the interior, still some of the details like the kitchen and whatnot are better. And also, most importantly, the timetable functionality like adds up to this route too. So hopefully whoever created that mod will replace the fake Class 805 with the real Class 805. Level 7, wow. I'm not sure if that's counting towards the modded Class 805 or the other Hitachi IETs. I know this train does have cruise control in real life, but they didn't add it at launch, unfortunately. It said in the article. But who needs cruise control anyways? Just do it the old-fashioned way. Although I know earlier I was saying I don't know why I turned on the ETCS, even though there's none on this route. I mean, obviously just kind of force a habit. But I wonder if I turned it off, I probably wouldn't get the full 65 points, even though it's not on this route. It would be nice if there's a setting that just had it so the safety systems are on by default. Yeah, we're officially running late now. Though I know the like the Class 800, Class 801 are notorious for being uncomfortable. Oh, I have to bring it to a stop. Why not just try it while I'm still moving? Anyways, as I was saying, I know the Class 800 and the 801 are notorious for being uncomfortable. I wonder if the Class 805 is any better. I mean, it looks like it could be more I'm speeding a little bit. Alright, so I was slowing down, but I guess now I can test and see if I was able to put the pantograph up while moving. Yep, it's making power, so it lied to me. I didn't have to come to a stop. But now I do because there's a red signal. And I'm running late. This game hates me. Where even is the train that's blocking my path? I don't see it. Yeah, I've called Signaler a billion times. I think he's probably ready to kill me out of annoyment. There's a train coming from, I think that's the depot. Yeah, he's the one blocking my path. That's how it is, huh? You're just gonna let this empty depot train get ahead of me? Well, I got passengers and they got places they need to be. Alright, well, is he gonna go on the same platform? Hopefully he can at least go on a different platform. Otherwise, I'm never gonna make back that time. Please don't turn. Oh, okay, thank God. Alright, here we go. But I'm still like 6 minutes late. the teleportation marker for Wolverhampton is like so far over here. I already forget what the station layout is like, but I wonder if that means like you can explore the deep, not the, like the past station building.
We are now approaching Wolverhampton. Please mind the gap when leaving the train and step onto the platform before removing heavy luggage and pushchairs.
Okay, only 6 minutes late. Could be worse. Could be worse. Where's another Voyager? No, wait, that's not a Voyager. That's a TFW train. Oh, it's like 4 Class 153s lashed up together. Look at that.
For the 0736 service to Birmingham New Street, calling at Birmingham New Street only. The train at platform 4 is the 0736 Avanti West Coast service to Birmingham New Street, calling at Birmingham New Street only. All passengers intending.
I was wondering if they're gonna say on the announcements if I was late, but no. Where are we going? It's just... Holyhead. No idea where that is. Yeah. Just four of them lashed up together. It's pretty wild. It could have easily used 2 Class 150s, but nah. Take all the single unit 153s.
If you see something that doesn't look right, speak to staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it? Say it.
No way I'm gonna
Sort
make it to Birmingham in time. Can I put sunblind down? No, that's gonna completely obstruct my view, so not gonna bother. We can just get around these painfully slow junctions any faster. There's another Voyager. Oops. Alright, now we can get to 30. Where's that one going? Manchester. That might be my fault that you're seeing a red signal. Sorry. Yeah, I think that was my fault. Oops. Or not. There was actually another train, I think. Oh, I think it was that last up of 153s. But still, because I was running late, a million different things could happen that caused a delay regardless. You never know. Alright, I have about 15 minutes to get there. Highly doubt I'm gonna make it in time. I guess you can set the height of the foot pedal. That's pretty cool. Now we're gonna be passing all these smaller stations. Is that guy stopping here? Definitely not. Alright. This cab is way too quiet. I mean, can't open the doors or windows or anything. Oh wait, I'm supposed to slow down to 60. Oops. Alright. Was that the? I think that's the Birmingham Canal. I forgot they had that, and they also had it in Cross City too. I know they mentioned in the release article for Birmingham Cross City there's supposed to be like pretty large. I forget what you call it, like an elevator, I guess. Blocks dikes, something. Some pretty large ones on somewhere on the canal that are like out of view for Birmingham Cross City. I wonder if they're in view for this route. Probably not, but it would be cool. Yeah, it seems like sorry diverge, so I don't think so. Yep, ran into more red signals, so this line can definitely be quite a bit of a bottleneck at times. Wonder what train is blocking me. Looks like it could have just been a pair of 170s. Yeah. Holding me up. Killing any chance of me getting there on time. I wonder if that's a Class 323. I didn't see any Class 323s on the timetable from playable services, so I have no idea if they are on this timetable or not. Yeah, this... Huh, no services stop at these platforms up above. That's a shame. Alright, full speed. Don't got much time. Just have to slow down again. 2 seconds later. But now we can speed up again. I thought I had my notifications muted. Sorry about that. I have no idea who that is that's trying to follow me. Yeah, it's a shame there are no services up there. I don't know why the camera forced me to go back into the train underneath that tunnel. I thought they removed that annoying feature. Gonna be hearing the AWS quite a bit. Think I can put the blind down now, maybe? I mean, I'm going into the tunnel shortly anyways. So, I don't know. Oh yeah, there's class 323 right there. So I guess they added them in anyways, since I forgot what trains replaced them, but I guess they still have them in anyways. Which is good, because the timetable would be a lot emptier without them. Even if it's not the most realistic, but I guess it's nice to have them until they have its replacement. I totally forget which trains replaced them. Gotta slow down to 40, and there's a red. Oh, never mind. That red signal just cleared. But still, definitely a lot of AWS alarms on this run. But hey, keep me on my toes, you know? Yeah, there's a train I was trailing behind this entire time. Yeah, look at that, I got a green signal. Birmingham is almost full.
We are now approaching Birmingham New Street. Please mind the gap when leaving the train.
Wow, I'm
and
actually
step onto the platform before
not as
removing
late as
heavy
I thought I
luggage
was
and
gonna
push
be.
chairs.
Very complex station, the way, like, you know, they all kind of condense, all tracks condense and converge and whatnot. Very cool. Those class 170s definitely add a lot to the route. That guy is clipping through the buffer. That is not supposed to happen. I wonder why those cross-country class 170s just like sit in the middle of the platform. Not in the middle of the platform, but the bypass track. I don't get that. Like, did they just... I guess that's just... Well, I guess it's classified as a siding. It's a little weird. I feel like it would have been a bypass track, not a siding. And it shouldn't be idling under there either. Not very well ventilated. At least, maybe it is. I don't really know, actually. I'm pretty sure, like, they never What? We got a stuck door. I'm pretty sure the, devs were never able, like... We're never able to code, like a command to make AI trains like turn on and off their engines, so that's why they're just always running no matter what. Hopefully they eventually do add that feature. That would be really cool. Is that supposed to be a destination board? Yep, probably is, but doesn't seem to do much. Okay, I was able to find the door in time. Yeah, forget it, we gotta leave anyways. Well, not leave, this is our final stop, but we're done letting passengers off, is my point. Look at that, we got a couple trains coming in at once.
Litchfield, Trent Valley.
You're not gonna let me.
For the 0806 West Midlands Railway service to Litchfield.
I think another door got stuck. And I'm just gonna use the camera. I'm almost done. It's taking too long. I'm too lazy to do it on the phone. It's this door. There we go. Well, it was... I'm not at level 7. It's just lying to me. That's weird. Anyways, overall, I'd say pretty nice route. I feel like... yeah, I'd say it's overall not a bad route at all. I feel like there could be a little more to it. It does kind of feel a little linear at times. Like, as much as I love busy main lines, it sort of feels like this one, like, most of the services kind of do the same thing. Like, usually with main lines, there's a lot of variety with, like, express and stopping services. Doesn't really seem to be that the case on this route, but other than that, I'd say it's pretty good. I mean, I don't really know where I'd rank it. I mean, I'm not really here to review it, per se. I'm just more here to play it. But, you know, I want to give my honest opinions, too. And overall, not bad. So, thank you guys for watching. And I will see you whenever I see you next. Bye.